We don't know about you, but we for sure get excited as soon as we hear something new about a Tesla. In this video, we'll talk about the 2024 Tesla Model 3 update, and along with that, how BMW's bold battery promise is based on Tesla technology. So make sure you watch this video till the very end to learn all about it. First up, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 update Spied. Recently, a prototype of a camouflaged Tesla Model 3 has been seen in testing, and by the looks of it, the famous EV has changed physically. Even the photos that have been revealed show only a few changes to the exterior, like they've tweaked the headlights and taillights. If you're thinking that this prototype is the upcoming midlife update, you're wrong. That project is referred to as the Highland project. We're guessing that the Spied testing may be the Tesla company testing the upgraded camera-based advanced driver assist system, but it can also be an early prototype that doesn't include the full-fledged changes which Tesla has promised. Even though Tesla is known for having very tiny, mild cosmetic or exterior changes, the leaked pictures show that it's a manufacturer's vehicle and does not belong to someone who's terrified of paint chips. Moving on, the Model 3 will have a less complex interior. The camouflaged Model 3 isn't something you come across every day, so we'd like to call it a rare sighting. Anyway, rumor has it that the upcoming update will bring exterior and powertrain upgrades while the interior will be less complex. We're guessing Musk is into the minimalistic aesthetic, but not really. The reason why Tesla is aiming for a less complex interior is that they're aiming to cut production costs, and one of the most efficient ways the automobile company could pull it off was by reducing the number of components it used in its cars. Coming up, the model will enter the Chinese plant in late 2023. The latest model will reportedly enter the production market in the third quarter of 2023. The updated version will first be produced in Tesla's Shanghai plant, and then the updates will filter to Model 3s produced in the USA. All Model 3s that are being sold in Australia are currently being sourced through China. Next up, what will the interior look like? It's pretty unclear what simplifications will be made to an already minimalist design, so we really don't know whether there was some unnecessary design tweaking going on, because the previous models looked like everything belonged there. Anyway, apparently the new Model 3 has no head-up display or digital gadget cluster, with Spied displayed on the center touchscreen. It's unclear just what simplification the already minimalist interior will receive. The Model 3 already has no head-up display or digital instrument cluster, with Spied displayed on the center touchscreen. The switchgear is almost virtually non-existent because all the functions can be controlled through the touchscreen. While the updates look pretty similar to the ones in 2021, they've added something new which was previously missing. They've brought a new interior finish and a restyled center console. The new center console also has additional storage space, along with 2 wireless charging pads and 2 USB-C ports for the cabin. According to sources, Tesla said they're focusing on features that Tesla buyers value, including the display. Musk said that they kept finding parts that weren't needed. They were put in there just in case or by mistake. According to the billionaire, they've eliminated a lot of parts from the car that certainly weren't needed. Now, how has Tesla become profitable? Over the past few years, Tesla has simplified production by employing huge casting machines to produce large, single pieces of cars. Decisions like these have allowed the company to become the most profitable EV maker. Tesla made a profit of $14,000 per vehicle sold in the third quarter of 2022, which is certainly a lot. And if we were to compare, Toyota only made a profit of $1,940. Another reason that Tesla is much more profitable is that they don't follow the typical product life cycles. For example, their Model S has been in production for about a decade, and even though it has been updated quite a few times, the exterior has only had unnoticeable changes to it. The most outstanding and notable update to date was in 2021, when Tesla replaced the old steering wheel with a steering yoke. There were concealed air vents and a landscape-oriented screen rather than the typical portrait one. Even though the Tesla Model 3 hasn't been around for as long as other models of the car, it did go on sale in 2017. It received a lot more updates in its interior, as we mentioned before. The exterior has only been touched and updated once or twice, and the changes which were made were not even noticeable. Despite all of this, it's been a hot seller in Europe, the US, and even Australia. Not to mention, Model 3 is fading in the Chinese market. Even though the Model 3 is doing pretty good in other markets, the Chinese market has been reporting signs of the model fading from the street. This is despite the fact that Tesla cut its price by as much as 9% for Model 3 and Model Y in China last year. The sales for the Model 3 went down by 9% in the first 10 months of this year compared to 2021. In the first 9 months of 2022, Tesla's share of the EV market in China, which was formerly 13%, went down to a raging 8%. But it isn't because Tesla's lacking or something. It's simply because there's more competition in the Chinese Chinese market. There are new Chinese companies that are tackling the Model 3 head-on. BYD recently introduced its EV Seal, which will reportedly hit the market next year. Another EV brand, NIO, has its ET5, and XPeng has its P7. Moving on to the next segment. Let's not forget, BMW's bold battery promise is based on Tesla technology. BMW, a luxury automaker from Germany, displayed its newest electric vehicle technology without acknowledging that it had cut and pasted Tesla's work. Last week, BMW showed journalists its 6th-generation batteries, according to Automotive News Europe. The automaker can deliver up to 30% more range at half the cost of the current battery packs. The cylinder-shaped batteries are also said to recharge 30% more quickly, from 10 to 80% charge, and produce 60% less CO2 during production. Its tech structure and business model closely resemble those of Tesla. They're literally twins. But BMW is far from accepting that. Future Tesla models will combine the new batteries as a structural component to extend the range by 16% while reducing manufacturing costs by 50%. Coming up, BMW is introducing 46mm battery cells. According to media reports, BMW announced in September 2022 that they'd be introducing 46mm battery cells. They made this announcement following the August 2022 announcement by some sources that the German company is ripping off Tesla's design. The only difference is that, according to BMW, the 46mm cells will be available at 2 different heights, one of which is anticipated to be 80mm. According to Frank Weber, the boss at BMW, the new 6th-generation lithium batteries will bring a huge leap in technology. They'll increase energy density by more than 20%. It'll also improve charging speed and range by 30%. He further added that they're also reducing carbon dioxide emissions by up to 60%, and he said that these were the steps towards sustainability and customer benefit. What's more, BMW will add these batteries to Neue Klasse. According to the automobile giant, they'll use the batteries as a structural element in their Neue Klasse EV range, which is set to launch in 2025. The project manager, Simon Erhard, said that the energy density is much higher due to these batteries. He said that the ability to pack more cells into a battery pack allows the cars to increase their range. Mr. Erhard said that the Gen 6 cylindrical batteries are now part of the body. Last but not the least, BMW is still behind Tesla. Even though the German automaker totally copied Tesla's homework, they're still at least 2 years behind. But looking at their progress, they might be able to close this gap in the next 2 years. That depends on which new tech Tesla will be working on. According to some reporters who are familiar with the situation and are close to the EV company, Tesla is still looking for new ideas to amp up the production of a dry coating technique used to manufacture the 4680 battery cells. A source connected to Tesla said that the batteries could be produced efficiently in small numbers, but once they started producing higher quantities, they got a lot of rejections. So, looking at this data, it's fair to assume that BMW is likely to catch up with Tesla in the next 2 years, unless Tesla finds a way to produce the batteries at a larger scale without ending up with rejections. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think about the latest updated Model 3? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.